Welcome back to the GD Sports Network. Here we go. Team USA 2024 Olympic roster. Now, if you're looking at this roster, you would say to yourself, 12 best in the world. Nafisa Collier, Kalia Copper, Chelsea Gray, Britney Griner, Sabrina Ionescu, Jewel Lloyd, Kelsey Plum, Brianna Stewart, Diana Taurasi, Alyssa Thomas, Asia Wilson, Jackie Young. Now, if you look at this list, you will say, according to the Caitlin Clark fans, someone's name is missing. That will be Caitlin Clark. Now, if I look at this list, I'm going to say to you, there's two players that I personally have a problem being on this list. Those two players are Britney Griner and Diana Taurasi. Why? I'm a little torn because I don't really know how to judge it, I'll be honest with you, because in most sports, you get to the All-Star game or the pinnacle game from what you've done that current year. However, this is the Olympics, so they only come along every 4 years. So in my opinion, it will be your body of work over those 4 years, because this is basketball. This isn't track where they have the World Games every year, so the top still get acknowledged every year. Because if you think about our world teams and our FIFA teams and this, that, and the other, FIBA teams, basketball, they don't actually send the best to those. So in basketball, the best only go out every 4 years. So what have you done over the past 4 years? Well, Britney Griner, she spent a year in prison in Russia. Regardless as to who you feel was at fault, she missed a season. She came back for half a season after returning from Russia. She then was hurt part of this season. So that's 3 years that you almost haven't played. So to say that her body of work is deserving of an Olympic roster spot, I just don't feel that that's legitimate. I would have said either Aaliyah Boston or Nneka Ogwumike should have had that spot. Leaning more towards Ogwumike again because of her body of work being in the W for all those years, whereas Aaliyah's coming out of college. But as far as a big, we're talking about a big in that spot, those are the two I would say. Aaliyah Boston because of barely missing the finals in college with a missed layup off the back rim against Stanford in 21. Winning the championship in 22, making the Final Four in 23, and becoming Rookie of the Year in the W in 24, or 23, however you look at it, you understand what I'm saying, just the season, how they go from one season to the next. So 21, 22, 23, 24, because they kind of have that, you get out of college and go right to the W. So maybe her W season would be considered 23 as well. But the point is, she was rookie and actually a starter in the All-Star game. So that's a pretty good 4-year stretch. Naturally, Nneka Ogwumike, her resume speaks for itself. I won't even go into it. Anyone who knows the WNBA knows her resume, and she's definitely deserving. But other than that, those are just two bigs. Other than that, who else on this list do I think doesn't deserve to be there? 41-year-old Diana Taurasi. Now, I know Caitlin Clark fans would have a problem with this because Diana Taurasi was very outspoken in saying Caitlin was undeserving of all the hype. And when you get here, there's going to be a learning curve and this, that, and the other. And there's been a big debate over whether that was hate or just reality. I won't go into that now. I've done a video on that prior. My thing is, when all is said and done, I do believe that Taurasi did not deserve the spot. Now, Caitlin Clark fans would jump on and say, yeah, that's what we think. That should be Caitlin instead of Diana. I don't agree with you, though. I believe in this instance, again, body of work for 4 years. Not saying Caitlin doesn't almost have the same resume as an Aaliyah Boston, but however, Caitlin is brand new to the W. She has not yet won Rookie of the Year, and she has not yet started in the All-Star game, which I'm not quite sure she will this year, to be honest with you. Regardless as to her greatness and what she'll be, I don't know she'll get it this year. But the reality is it has not happened yet. So in my opinion, instead of Diana Taurasi, I think Enrique Ogunbowale from Dallas deserves that spot. She's the second leading scorer in the W, and she's a bucket waiting to happen. She has a complete game, and she's young and upcoming. I'm not aging Diana Taurasi out of the game, but at 41, and as we see on the list, 6 Olympics, I think that she's probably getting a pass. And that's the qualm that Caitlin Clark fans would have, is that if you're going to give someone a pass, it should have been her. So this actually gives them the reason to be able to complain. You know what I mean? Because people will say, well, she doesn't deserve it. She hasn't earned it, this, that, and the other. That would just be because of momentum and people like her. But that's a sentimental pick. They like her, but she hasn't deserved it. Well, I can't say that Diana exactly deserves it. So if you're going to do a sentimental pick, people feel like that should have been Caitlin. I personally have given you my choice. I feel like it should have been Enrique Ogunbowale out of Dallas. I hope I'm saying that right because I don't want to be disrespectful to her name. But that's what I feel. You know, there's always going to be people who feel like they were snubs and this and that, because I've heard someone maybe complaining about saying Jackie Young was a little hurt this year or production-wise, this, that, and the other. But, I mean, you know, being realistic, I don't mind the other 10 because there's always going to be a debate. But I do feel that Britney Griner and Diana Taurasi kind of got in on clout and their past more so than what they've done lately. So that's what I feel. Do me a favor, man. Get down in that comment section. Let's get it going, because I know you guys have an opinion about this. So let's go. I'm ready if you're ready. Let's talk about it. But I'm going to end the video right now. And I actually was watching this game. I paused it to tape this once I saw that they went on and posted the team. So let me know what you think. Like I said, all comments are welcome. Just ask that you be respectful. This is GD Sports Network, and I'm going to be signing out. If you like the video, do me a favor. Show me that you like it by hitting the like button. And also, subscribe. If this is your first time seeing my material, go ahead and give me a subscription, and we'll do it that way. And lastly, share it. If it's not for you, share it to someone who it might be for. And if it is for you, I know you know someone else like you who would also enjoy it. So this is GD Sports Network signing out. Y'all have a good night.